Welcome to Productivity in Real Life. This is our Working with Evernote series, and today, this is October 7th, and we have a special treat from Evernote here, and it is the new Evernote. Organization just got easier. Find out more. Get it today or watch the video. And they've got a splashy little video here. Let me just turn down the volume a touch. Everything looks nice and spiffy here. Looks like they're showing a bit of the iOS apps. Different highlighter colors there. They're trying to show a little bit between the iOS and the desktop versions and iPad apps now. Basically, one UI across the board. Find it faster. Some improved searching here, allegedly. What else have we got? A little bit of styling options, searching again. Anyway, yeah. You can watch that video. Just go to evernote.com and find out more. Click there and watch the video. So we're going to live a little bit dangerously here tonight, and we're going to install it. If I pull up my existing Evernote and drag it across here, I'm just short of 48,000 notes, so and like I say in some of my other videos, I'm kind of a self-proclaimed power user. I can do just about everything in Evernote, and I enjoy doing just about everything in Evernote, from simple tasks all the way up to project management and beyond. Evernote is kind of that second brain, if you want to use that term that so loosely gets thrown around nowadays. But it's kind of a hub for me and my information. So yes, we're going to live a little bit dangerously here and install this on my production machine, which is what I'm recording this video on. I guess maybe I shouldn't necessarily call it a production machine, but it's my primary machine. It's a relatively decent computer. It's an IBM ThinkPad, Core i7 processor in it. Yeah, I forget how much RAM. I think it's definitely going to be at least 16 gigs of RAM. So it's decently spec'd. Let's put it that way. So that'll give you an idea of performance of what we're going to get into. But anyway, get it today. We click here, download. And we're just going to go ahead and save that to our computer. Evernote 10.0.10-1838 setup. You can disregard this Evernote for the moment, but basically the reason I'm installing this is because I've got a virtual machine on one of my servers here. I've got the old Evernote version loaded on there with all of my stuff downloaded. The new version of Evernote will let you work offline. We'll get into that in another video. But you don't really know, from what I've seen in the initial stages, you don't know if you're offline or not. You don't know if your notes are getting saved. You don't know which ones are available to you offline. Like I said, we'll touch on that later. Anyway, Evernote 10.0.10- whatever has finished downloading. So we'll just open that. I'm doing this in the Chrome browser here on a Windows machine, in case anybody's wondering. Verifying. We're just going to shrink that out of the way for now. Make sure all your notes have been synced before quitting the old version. Let's just go ahead and do that. We'll hit sync here. File, and then we will exit. Done. Accept the Evernote cleanup utility to uninstall Evernote. You are losing your existing version. Your original database will be saved for safekeeping. That's all fine and dandy. All right, that's better. Let you see where the mouse cursor is here a little better, hopefully. So accept the Evernote cleanup utility to uninstall Evernote. Original database will be retained. I'm not sure for how long, but we'll deal with that in a future video as well. And we're going to hit next. Accept the terms. Of course, make sure you read. Cleanup utility runs through. It automatically starts up here into this. And it wants your email or your username for Evernote, or you can use your Google account to log in, and that's what I'm going to do, is just use my Google account. Allow Evernote to communicate on these networks, private and public. Choose an account. You're now signed in, so we can close that. And did it load somewhere that I am not seeing? There we go. Let's just shrink this down to size here once we get control of the window. Now again, I am coming at you with a database of, like I said, 48,000 notes. So we're not too sure what. We get a progress bar that went across the top fairly quick. Nice dark themes telling us we're signed in. Got some reminders popping up already down in the bottom corner here that are kind of out of your view. Lots of reminders, lots of overdue reminders. I really hope I'm not going to be hammered with those for the rest of the night. Something popped up behind. Oh, I never note already. I misclicked. Still got some spinning wheels here. Does know that I got just short of 48,000 notes, 47,818 there. It's a nice dark theme across the board here. My Windows is set to dark theme, and this was one of the things that I knew was coming with the new Evernote was dark theme. There is a setting under View, Dark Mode. We can use System Setting. We can use Dark Mode to force it to dark, or we can force it to Light Mode. We'll just leave it alone for right now, though. Just while things are still spinning here. Knows who I am here. Click to get some account information. Forward or previous page, next page if you've got that available. We've got our, not necessarily our shortcuts bar on the side, but we've got our commonly used options here across the side. We've got access to our trash bin. We've got work chat, tags. We can toggle that open to scroll through our tags, and I have a lot of tags. I have got nested tags. So all of that works there. We can go right into a tag finder right here. So I could go to Now, which is my priority now list. We could click on that. We might as well give it a shot. I'm not sure how it's going to respond based on our spinning wheels here. But this would basically be our list of urgent, now, today type tasks. And I'm trusting that nothing's showing up here simply because it was still trying to prefetch some information out of 48,000 notes. I'm just going to close that down for now. We got shared with me notes. We've got our notebooks list. So we see all of our notebook stacks. It's a little sluggish here, probably still because we're dealing with this here. We can click on notebooks and we'll get a notebook list here. Again, really hoping this is because it's still trying to populate some information. We got our notebook stacks. Still trying to load stuff. So we can look at things this way. We can go over to our dots for options, share the notebook, rename the notebook, remove from our shortcuts, add to a stack, export a notebook if you want to download it and back it up to your own machine. And as I say that, this version of Evernote is only caching information on your local computer. It is not downloading entire databases, so you kind of lose that ability to have a backup offline in case the internet goes down. So this notebook view, you can open notebooks. It's probably not a good thing to do on a busy notebook. This one's got 300 and some odd notes in there. It's a little sluggish. Again, Evernote's maybe still trying to catch up with caching some information. Let's certainly hope that is the case. Jump into our inbox notebook, and it's got some information now. It's got some thumbnails generated here. Scrolling's kind of sluggish as it does some prefetching, building the cache. Again, at least I hope that's what it's doing, because otherwise this is kind of painful at the moment. We've got our shortcuts bar. When you favorite something or add it to a shortcuts, it's in your list here. See, I've got a few things. Recent notes. Guess everything looks like it would be in there. Activity today, one of my favorite searches there. You'll see that in one of my other videos. Again, doing a whole lot of this prefetching that I really don't like. So we've got, this page is actually generated off of the Filterize application. So it's inside of this HTML content wrapper. So it's a little quirky right now. I played with the beta of this, so I kind of know a little bit of what to expect. So there is some quirks there. If you're using Filterize, you'll find those quick enough. I'll try and do a video later this week, a little bit more about Filterize and the the complications it's having with Evernote 10. Just jump back to our inbox here for right now. You can collapse this sidebar right down here if you want. Again, things are working really sluggish, and I'm not liking that at all. Hover over the icons on the left for quick access. Go back down here to pop that list back open. Menus are stripped down drastically from what you're used to. You're going to lose a few features. You don't get your screen snipping tool anymore. You don't get an import folder that you can set up. I can't think of a lot of the other things off the top of my head here, but you're losing a bunch of stuff. and it's kind of disappointing to see. It would have been nice if they had released, here's what you're going to lose, but don't worry, we're working on it for version 10.1, for instance. They didn't say that. They just said, oh boy, look at shiny new Evernote, download it. So that's kind of disappointing. Print a note, move it to the trash, a few shortcuts here, find and replace. Internal links to your notes if you're building a table of contents. Note information, title of your note, how it's tagged, created and updated dates, the size of it, word and character counts. You can view history, cancel that. Full screen mode. Again, we got our dark mode, we got our light mode. Still keeps a dark bar on the side though. View dark mode. On the subject of light and dark modes, I actually posted this as a bug earlier today on this version. If you print a note, you will get two different outputs. If you've got dark mode on, you get gray text, some slightly different coloring, and if you've got light mode on, you get black text. So there's some strangeness going on there. I'm not sure why they're doing that, but might be a bug, might be by design. It's just something to consider if you're trying to print and you want black text. You need to switch to light mode. We got our template. We got add to shortcuts. We can go into edit tags for this particular note. You're losing your full screen tag editor. So this is just for this note. Edit the basics with editing, export note, import. I haven't looked at import at all yet. Note, you can open a new window, so that is at least still there. That's a helpful feature. Again, going really slow here, and I'm on this IBM ThinkPad X1 Carbon with at least 16 gigs of RAM, SSD drive of course. So it's a fairly spec'd out laptop, and this note to load like that is very disappointing. Here's another note here. I did this in the iOS version, just playing around with the sketch. So I've clicked on it. Nothing's loading over here yet. Sit and wait and wait and wait. Oh, look at that. It's starting to load. I've also got a decent internet speed here too, so why it's causing some grief like that, I don't know. Really hoping that improves, because again, click, wait, wait, wait. Wait some more. And finally comes up with a screenshot. I did say you can't do screenshots anymore, right? Because no, you can't do screenshots into this version of Evernote, sadly. Tagging inside a note is down at the bottom. This is one thing I actually find a little bit off-putting. I'm so used to, at least I think I was used to tags up in the top right. Is that not where we were putting tags before? I'd have to actually look already. But tagging down in this bottom, I'm not a big fan of. We can shortcut F3, or we can click here and start typing. In my case, research-COVID. And we wait and wait. Research COVID-19. We can click that, and it will add and show you down here that that's now tagged. We can set reminders down here still. I kind of like this reminder picker over the other one. You can click a month, scroll through, click a year, scroll through, do a quick shortcut to tomorrow, 2 days, a week, no date, or just manually flip through the months like so. We'll just leave that off. All changes are saved. The note editor itself, Spell checker, obviously, if it works. I'm not sure, maybe shut it off somehow. Different highlighting options up here with your highlighter pen. So the basic yellow, and we can go into some different colors. Throw purple on there. Normal text. We can change it to a header. I'm not sure what it just changes that whole thing. I'm not too sure why that's like that. Change our font, and to, I guess, keep compatibility across platforms, you're only getting a few choices here. Again, I'm not sure why it's taking so long to load, or what's going on. There we go. Yeah, kind of disappointing with that load speed there, Evernote. Text colors. We'll go back to this blank text note here. My title, so we can't style a title, it's still fixed like so. Come down to the text, the quick. Oh geez, why is it being so slow? The basics of text input, just like we're all used to before. We can insert a link. Click, insert a link, what it's going to link on for a word there. Add your link to a new website. Insert. Dividers. Tables are still there. You do your different colors just like before, or perhaps maybe they've added a few colors, or perhaps Mac users couldn't do that. I don't know. I've only used the Windows edition here. Delete your rows and columns or the entire table. Aligning content. To me, this is all same kind of stuff as I've had before in Evernote. What else do we got? Insert. Attachments. So take a screenshot, or if you got a PDF file, you're going to have to do it this way. Add the attachment. You can also drag and drop, just like so. Let me just find a inbox notes. Let me try this one. Something quick. This is only a 2-page PDF that it's got to deal with. Oh boy. This was just me playing around in Notion, and I exported a page here, 8 megabytes. Looks like the PDF rendering is a little bit different. And yeah, like I said, just 2 pages here. Trying to get it to change back. Again, kind of sluggish. Not sure what's going on there. My actual test machine that I've had the beta on, much quicker, so I wasn't too scared to put this on this production machine, but I'm a little concerned now. Attach a photo, check boxes, code blocks. You can do a sketch. If you've got a tablet device, something with a pen, it's obviously a little bit easier than, well, what have we done here? Undo. Snap to shape I do not want on. And so yeah, I cannot draw with a mouse. I can't draw anyway. I'm not sure who I'm trying to fool here. But oh boy, for lagginess. That is not what I experienced earlier today. And done. Again, let's flip between notes here. Kind of slow, not sure what's going on. Boy, this is painful, guys. That was some text I wrote in on the Microsoft Surface Go, a fairly low-spec machine that I've also tried this version of Evernote on, just to insert into my daily journal file. Let's see how well that worked. I thought I had some extra text that I had written. Because it actually, on the Surface Go with the pen, it actually wasn't too bad. This was just written with the mouse. But the Surface Go with the pen actually wasn't too bad. iPad with the pen is actually decent. So if you've got an iPad and you want to do handwritten notes, it does work well. If you've got iOS 14, you need to turn off the scribble mode on the iPad. We'll get into a video on that separately. This is about the Evernote desktop here and for Windows. But this was actually all written, and my handwriting's messy to begin with, so it's pretty decent. But this was all written on an iPad mini with the new Evernote, and it worked quite well. Just turn my cursor highlighter off. I doubt that that's going to do anything, but it's the only thing I can think differently between this computer and another one that I was testing on. We'll maybe see how well it runs later when it does have time to cache some more information, and at least hopefully that's what it is doing. Sorting modes up here when you're looking at your inbox by title. It's reverse sorted right now. Just click again to sort ascending or descending. Sort options, date updated is what I usually do. You can group them by dates, show notes in groups. So October, we scroll down far enough, you'll find my September notes. You can also go back here to sort on title, and you get groupings A through Z. Again, I'm in reverse order, Z, Y, etc. Just flip back to date updated. Note list view, you can go to card view. You're not going to get your gallery view if you've used that in the past. So you get card view, which is, I mean, it's okay. You can sort of create your own gallery view there if you wanted to. It's sort of a gallery view, is it not? List. Different columns that you can show here. Date updated, created, location, size, who it was updated by. Save the current view options for this notebook. So that's still there and kind of handy to have if you don't already have it. I like my snippet view though. So we're just going to jump back to snippet view and shrink that back down. Share the notebook, rename the notebook, remove from our shortcuts, add to a stack, or we can export the notebook from there. And yes, one of my computer servers is called Zoidberg. Just scrolling through, it might be getting a little quicker here now. There's a snippet off of Keep Productive YouTube channel with Ian Smalls on a Evernote release. Kind of slow though, and I just scribbled a note on here on the iPad, my thoughts video, and saved it into Evernote because I wanted to sort of do a video myself on my thoughts of what Evernote was doing here, but I didn't get around to that. I've had a lot going on in work. However, that work project is all nice and closed up now. Multi-million-dollar project closed up and done. So I'm going to take some time off and try and ramp up some YouTube video stuff here for everybody. Yeah, so maybe a little bit slower. It's grabbing information as it can. And I can't even click on the scroll bar at the moment. It's still doing something. It's got me kind of frozen here. There we go. Wow, not happy. I can't. Oh, there we go. Move to trash. Delete. My title moved to trash. It says it's in the trash, but it still shows here. Probably have to just click out of there. Excuse me while I just kind of hit my head into the wall here a couple of times with how slow and really painful this is right now, folks. Wow. Not sure what to say. Let's try that search again here. All notes. I want to get my today tasks or my urgent tasks. So I've already typed in P now. Now it shows up. Press enter, I guess. And wait and wait and wait. 12 notes found. So it's got all those notes here now. It just, yeah, took a while. Not overly happy with that. P now. Let's try it again and see. We should get search suggestions in here. Go to specific notes. Add a filter called P now. So that will actually put a search filter on everything and pull them up over here. Again, this speed that it's doing stuff is very disappointing. Wide image here, it's not rendering, it's not fitting inside this HTML content wrapper like it should. Simplify formatting, I don't want to screw with that because this is made out of that other application called Filterize. And we'll, like I said, we'll talk about that later because you can generate table of content notes, checklists, to-do lists, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah. Not, now what happened? 7 notes found. Is that all I had in there? I thought there was more than that first time. Maybe a little bit of user error going on too with some of this stuff. P now, hit enter. $12 notes. I'm not sure how I got down to 7 notes on that last search. Like I say, maybe some user error going on. We got some learning to do. But I am going to end this video basically here while I vent my frustrations out at the gym and figure out what I'm going to do from here, because this to me isn't usable. It is far too slow and too sluggish at the moment. So I'll do a little bit of troubleshooting to see what it takes, but I tell you, maybe Windows was downloading a big update. Let's just pause that for a second. That out of the way. Maybe Windows was downloading that a big update there. Maybe not. Okay, enough of this. Yeah, if you've had enough, you can actually go, and I'll leave the link down below in the comments here. If I forget, make sure somebody reminds me by leaving a comment. But Evernote has put together a page here on how to install an older version of Evernote. We recognize there may be some scenarios where it's necessary or desirable to use an older version of Evernote. This version is only temporarily available while we work to bring a few of the legacy features to our new apps. They're already acknowledging that they released this far too quickly here. Install the Evernote legacy app, click to download on Mac and on Windows, and you will get the old version back. And it's supposed to work alongside this one here. And yeah, that's going to be an option that I am going to have to employ, because some of this stuff is just painfully slow. Like, it's you can't get anything done like that. Anyway, that's it for now. That is your quick look, well, not so quick look, at Evernote version 10, coming from my point of view as what I would like to say as an Evernote power user, on a pretty decent spec'd out laptop. Some of you will have higher powered machines, some of you will have lower powered machines. This one, like I said, is an IBM ThinkPad X1 Carbon Intel i7 8th gen chip in there. I think it was at least 16 gigs of RAM and an obvious SSD card instead of a hard drive. And decent internet speed at the moment. Yeah, I got nothing more to say. Choose carefully if this is a route you are going to go and venture into this new version of Evernote right now. Yeah, just be careful out there, guys. You do have an option to roll back. They say it's only going to be temporary though, so take a look, see what you think. You're going to lose some features, keep that in mind. Like I said, import folders are gone. Some of your customizable shortcuts, you don't get your screenshot tool anymore, which I'm going to very much miss. Web Clipper is still there. That's a separate entity on itself. Your little Evernote shortcut here is revamped. You get Open Evernote and New Evernote or New Note now. You don't have some of those other options you used to have, although I never used that. Like I say, fully offline notes is gone. They say you can work offline. We'll maybe give that to the test in another video if we can get some performance out of this bloody thing. Tag a note, and we're gonna file this one away. This is something that gets me too, is I go to click here and it doesn't really do anything. You have to wait and then let that come up. Move note to. Oops. I'm going to move that to my library. Move. And it's moved. But yeah, I keep rambling here. I'm signing off for now. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sticking through this this long video here. 46 minutes now. I've got a lot of trimming to try and do for you guys. But choose carefully if you are going to grab this new version of Evernote. You might be in for a little bit of a shock as to what you're going to lose out on. And like I've been here, I'm very much shocked about performance. But that, like I said, potentially user error. We'll do some more research into that. At least you can roll back with Evernote and their page here on installing an older version. So we'll look into that and show you how that works as well. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and of course share this video if it's useful to you. Thanks again for watching Productivity in Real Life. Stay tuned for more in our upcoming series on using Evernote, and of course all kinds of other productivity applications.